Hello, welcome back to the Vineyards of Lothlorien. In the last episode, I made it down here and I was helping some of the elves make preparations for a great feast. And I'm going to continue doing so in this episode. So I've completed 4 out of the 5 banquet preparations. I collected some mushrooms and berries so that pies could be made. What else did I do? I collected some boar meat. I lit some lanterns. Did all sorts of stuff. Let me take this off my tracker because it's kind of like a meta quest. Let me put that on there, and then the sweet water I think is the final preparation. Let me see where that water is going to be. All the way to the west. Also, most importantly in the last episode, we learned never to drink wine out of Lothlorien because the wine was made with my hobbit feet. My disgusting hobbit feet that have never been washed in 300 something episodes. Those were the feet crushing the grapes. So if you bring your character through Lothlorien, do not buy some of these elven wines. If anything, the fact that my hobbit feet were the ones to crush the grapes would make the wine ferment a little bit faster. That's disgusting, but it's true. Right, so the water has been delivered.
What news from abroad?
Thank you, Kippen. Thirsty guests will toast your name tonight. Sweet. It looks like I am ready for a reforge of my legendary weapon. Let me take a look at a few things here. I guess I could go up north to turn this in. Let me take a quick look, though. See if there is a weapon master here. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like I'll be able to reforge. I'll have to go somewhere else for that, but I'm not going to hold things up.
Welcome to Lothlorien.
Kip and I am delighted. You have made all the preparations seem so much less arduous and allowed me more time to fully devote my attention to the complicated ones. Please accept this reward and know that it comes with Malriel's warmest regards.
Greetings. If you have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
My dear Kippen, I thank you for all your help with the preparations for the evening revels. But there is one last matter. Among our people, there is the occasional tendency to oversample the fine products of our local vineyard, and the revelers can become quite a bit more loose with their tongues than I prefer. I must see to my duties as hostess and greeter to guests as they arrive, and so I was wondering if you could help me keep some of our more inebriated guests in line. I find it is easiest to determine who has been overindulging by listening to their manner of speech. It is the way of the elves of Lothlorien to remain quiet and well-mannered, even during our revels. So should you hear someone raising their voice over loud or becoming unseemly boisterous, it might be best to remind them of their manners. Alright, so let's go scold some elves here. The light of the lanterns brings hope against the gloom, the coming darkness. Gothil is an artist, so that seems pretty appropriate to say, right? Let me wait for them to say something else. Ah, such cool and clear waters, such as only found running through the pure springs of Lord Doranen. Damn, that is a crazy name to have to pronounce. So these seem to be pretty appropriate in their speech. A toast to the fall of Moria and the rise of Khazad-dûm. May peace come again between Galadrim and Durin's folk. To the fall of Moria. We don't want that. That sounds inappropriate. Excuse me? How rude. So, just waiting for something to say something inappropriate. Ah, such cool and clear water. Someday winter will comb over Lothlorien, but it's not that way. That seems a little bit inappropriate. Wait a minute. Oh, so that guy was wrong, but this one was right. Interesting. I don't know, he was talking about the fall of Moria. That just seems inappropriate to me. Let me wait for them to speak out again. Asbernill's berry pies make a wonderful end to the meal. The boar flanks steaks are quite delectable. That all seems appropriate. The light of the lanterns brings soap against the gloom of the combing darkness. Soap. That's kind of weird. I'm gonna scold him. Oh my. Let's see what this other one is saying. Glasner should be proud of this last vintage. It has aged quite well. The savory pie certainly is one of my favorites. Alright, that all seems appropriate. Just gotta wait, I guess. Just gotta wait until they say something weird. Keep my eye on all 8 of these. And then there's... I guess there's more over there. I didn't even see those. Someday winter will come. No, sir, that's not appropriate. Well, actually, I don't know. Too many people speaking at once. It's kind of hard to keep everything in track here. That all seems appropriate. A toast to the fall of Moria and the rise of Khazad-dûm. See? The fall of Moria, that doesn't make sense. But last time I scolded someone, it counted against me. Someday winter will come to Lothlorien, but this is not the day. I think that worked last time, so let me scold. Nope, that was a sober. Dang it. So I can only screw up one more time. Glasner should be proud of this last vintage. It aged well. So that one's not scoldable. All these dialogues seem appropriate. Oh, bring soap. That's not appropriate. Oh no! Is that only available during night? Oh. Ah, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to wait a long time to finish this quest. So let me go do other stuff and then I'll come back here when it's dark again. Wow. That sucks. Let me take it off the tracker for now. Where's this peaceful glade? It's all the way to the north. I wasn't doing very well in that quest either. I mean, I can only fail one more. If I knew those elves would go away at dawn, I'd probably had a little bit more urgency to get the quest done. glade is quite far away. My milestone is set to Ikkad and Estelle, so I can go there for the Darnarbogun quest. That will work. This is a very peaceful glade indeed. Work well done, Kip, and I hope your voice was sweet. You quietly meditate for a time. So there are 3 rings in which I need to meditate upon. Raven just chilling out up there. You quietly meditate for a time. A raven perched on the highest pillar eyes you curiously. Interesting. You get a strange sensation that it has been waiting here for a very long time for something. Let me kind of wait a little bit and see if anything comes of that. I don't know, doesn't seem like anything is happening. I think I'll just move on. Alright, time to go to the Stone Grove. Man, that is far away. Almost 1,200 meters. I think what I'll do is swift travel, and I'll arrive at that location by different means. Again, these are repeatable quests. Let me go ahead and reforge. Got a Warden sword, let's do that. Let me see if there's any other Warden items that I can start leveling up. Really need to clear these off my inventory. There we go. Then let me do a little bit of reforging.
What can I do for you?
Or I guess the reforging was over there. I can deconstruct. Let's see. This one, it's already max level. Let's do that. Ambush critical damage. Sweet. Works for me.
What can I do for you?
So what level is this now? 60, alright. So I can probably deconstruct that one as well.
What do you
Because it's
need?
already max level. Yeah. So let me deconstruct. Spear Gambit damage is pretty nice. Got a bunch of goodies. Alright, let me move on to the south. Let's see. Let me actually remove the focus from this. How's my inventory doing? It's filling up. Might need to clear it out soon. Let me come up here. And again, these are all repeatable. My goodness, can't get a good camera angle.
Will you
These are
aid
the
the
aiding the
Galaxy?
elves repeatable quests from both of these guys, so don't worry about those quest rings. We got
We
Haldir.
do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
Bright were the eyes of he who bore this blade to battle long ago. Yes, I remember the sword and the bearer. He was my friend, and we went forth together into many perils. Seasons uncounted have turned since he departed Middle-earth to go to the Undying Lands, as is the fate of all my kin. I have remained and will watch over this land until the time of the elves has passed. I have often wondered what became of him, for my heart whispered that he never came to the sea. Did he meet his doom in Moria, where the nameless walk the black roads? Alas. Alright, so that is the end of that quest, and we already need another reforge. Crazy. Well, there's no point in getting on my horse, since I'm just gonna have to cross the river anyways. Let me add a few of these here. Let's see. Yeah, let me do a quick reforge.
What can I do for you?
I'm talking to the wrong one.
How can I be of service?
Alright. And then I'll use the stables. It's kind of get me closer to some other quests.
Well met.
Alright. Let me head into the city and turn in some of these quests here.
What business have you with the Lord and Lady?
What is this you have brought to me, Kippen? This vintage has special meaning for me and Brucheron, Kippen, and it would delight me to no end to share it with her among the golden leaves atop a great Malorn. But my duty is here, and it is for her sake that I must maintain my vigil. The orcs cannot be permitted to threaten beautiful Lorien or any of its people, especially not she which is dearest to me. Bring this vintage to her now and tell her that I will join her as soon as I am able, but I must be certain that the orcs are not too near enough to be launching an assault. Where is she? She's up there somewhere. I wonder if I can get from here. There she is.
What brings you to Lothlorien?
I understand, Kippen. Belvagor has his duty, and he would not be my beloved if he did not treat it seriously. But woe betide to any work that threatens even a single hair of his. I will keep this bottle unopened until such a day that Belvagor is free to take peace that he deserves. He will set aside this vintage of war, and we will once again enjoy the comfort we have earned. Sweet. Let me keep adding some quests here to the tracker. Can't do the Lothlorien preparations. This one right here. Let me come up here.
Servants of the enemy cannot pass the bounds of Lorien.
Very good, Kippen. I am glad that you have taken a moment to remember Amroth's last voyage out to the sea, where he was lost and came not again to the land that he loved.
The Lord and Lady have need of your services.
While you were gone, I traveled to the river Nimrodel, Kippen. The stream was named for the elf maiden that lived upon its banks, and still sings with her voice. She had love of Amroth long ago, and it was the despairing of her that Amroth was forced to set sail with tide that bore him away. Golden flowers float gently in the stream. I plucked one from the water and have brought it back with me for you. There is a statue of Nimrodel here in Cadoskaladon, north of here, along the path beyond the ladders to Telyn Galadrim. Leave this flower on the silver plate at its base and take a moment to remember the maiden Nimrodel. Sometimes these ladders are hard to click, man. There is the elf maiden Nimrodel. Okay. Let me see if I can go to the pavilion to talk to Aragorn. Welcome, Kippen, to Cadoskaladon. My company has been given this pavilion for art use, but I have not seen many of them today. Just young Peregrine, and he seems comfortable enough. You hand him the Bloom of Eleanor, and a cloud passes in front of his face. For a moment, Aragorn seems to see only the golden flower. Then the cloud passes, and Aragorn once again meets your gaze. My heart will dwell always with Cairn Amroth, Kippen, and the memory of those fair days is pleasant. Thought of them keeps my feet walking the long road. I will not return to Cairn Amroth until the long road is ended, whether it be at the end of this journey or the longest. Tell Milinil that it is not despite the beauty of Cairn Amroth that I stay away, but because of it. But my heart sang when I was there, as it always did, and always will. Aragorn looks again at the Bloom of Eleanor, and is transported to some distant memory. He knows you not, and you feel you have an answer for Miluriel.
What news from abroad?
Well, did you succeed in my friendly challenge? Miluriel listens to your description of your encounter with Aragorn and his face falls. I had no idea, Kippen. I did not suspect Aragorn would have such a reason for not returning to Cairn Amroth. I am filled with regret for asking. And yet my heart tells me that Aragorn Elisar will one day walk again among the trees and climb the hill of Cairn Amroth, and stand there again in happiness. Will it be before his long road is ended? I cannot say. I thank you for this, Kippen. Alright, so done with that one as well. Let me continue to add more things here to the tracker. I guess maybe this one.
what brings you to Lothlorien?
Very good, Kippen. I am pleased that you have done this. May the flower from her stream bring Nimrodel some measure of comfort. Take this for your efforts. Alright, done with that as well. And I think I can leave the city for now and go hunt some boars. Okay. Let me see something. Yeah, let me cross to the south. And then I'll kill some boars and then look for the stone circle to go meditate. The stone grove. Some bears, some badgers, some bucks. And no boars. Now, have I been up here? I don't think I have. Maybe I have. I don't know. Still have not seen a single boar.
What news from abroad?
What is this? A letter for me? I was not expecting anything of the sort. Very well, let me see what this mysterious message is about. Antruniel opens a letter and reads its contents, an expression of anger stealing across her face as she finishes the missive. How dare he? It has been over 20 years since I have been able to make the journey from Rivendell, and he has the gall to send a messenger in his stead. I shall send him a message that he will not soon forget. Antruniel, I am here, wait. Please wait, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking clearly, I should have come sooner. Oh really, is that what you think? Perhaps after 300 years I have come to prefer the distance afforded by an impersonal letter delivered by a complete stranger. Please let me make amends, my love. You know how hard this sort of thing is for me. Oh, get up, had Helen. If I did not truly love you, I would hardly take the time to berate you for your absurd behavior, now would I? No, I suppose you would not. Come then, my foolish elf, let us discuss your shortcomings in some more private setting, shall we? As you wish, my dear Adrenial. And there they go. Off into the sunset. How romantic. It's not really the sunset, but just indulge me here. Am I gonna get a completion for the quest? Any day now? Yes, there we go. Sweet. Now where am I? I'm hunting boars. I'm still hunting boars. That's what I'm doing. I thought the stone circle was gonna be around here, but I'm mistaken. I think I got it confused with that quest that we just completed. Oh, bear meat. I thought it said boar meat. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's kill some bears then. Can't believe that. I'm a fool. I've gone by so many bears, and I've just completely neglected all of them. And just one more ought to do it. Sweet. Done with that one. So next I should go to the meditation, which I guess is up there, so it's kind of far away, but not close to the vineyards either. Have to cross the river. Let's see if there's a good spot to do it at. Maybe I might be able to climb up there. Let's hope so. Or else I'm gonna have to swim a long way. I don't know, it's starting to look more and more steep as I get closer to it. I have a bad feeling. Yep, that's not happening. Damn it. Guess maybe right there I can climb through. Should have just gone towards the bridge, ideally. That's alright, I like swimming from time to time. Especially when the scenery is nice like this. And actually, wow, I've been recording for 33 minutes. Doesn't even seem like it. Seems like I've only been recording for 10. So I'll probably meditate in this stone circle and we'll call it an episode, I think. All right. So I quietly meditate. And I think that's going to do it for this episode. In the next one, I guess I'm going to continue meditating and doing some other quests. So I hope you're enjoying and see you next time.